What's up everybody, back for another Honkai Sorrow video. In this video we're going to talk about everything we currently know about Currency Wars. So if you don't know what Currency Wars is, it is a new, not really end game mode, but is a new mode that is going to be regularly updated, kind of like Simulated Universe. When I mean regularly, it's going to be like a few months, right, or a few patches before. So I guess it's not regularly, it depends on how you really think about it, right? But it's sort of like MOC got Pure Fiction and Apocalyptic Shadow. It's like that, but for Divergent Universe. But instead of making another Divergent Universe mode, thank God, I'm tired of Divergent Universe, bro. If I see one more Divergent Universe-esque mode, I'm gonna lose it. But this is a brand new, completely different game mode. You can get a bunch of rewards, but it is very similar into the layout of Divergent Universe rewards-wise and like how you grind it, right? So first things first, right? Also, they have very, like, this is so nice that this, it seems so high quality, it's actually crazy. So it says 10 in a brawl. I can't pause this, but you can see how there's a team of 4 and then there's a team of 6. They'll show teams on one of these, right? But you have new character animations, right? Teams of 10. Like, this is such a cool Firefly attack. I've seen a few others, right? They're very cool. I think Firefly easily has the best one that I've seen, right? But very cool. Heike, they should add this to the normal game mode. There's so much stuff in this that should be added to the normal game, and I'm being 100% serious. Like, they cooked so much in this game mode, they straight up need to add a bunch of this stuff to the actual Starro game mode, because holy, they cooked, right? So one huge important thing, right, is going to be the fact that you actually get free characters in here. So everybody is available, right? And for what I've seen, I don't think they say it on here, but I've heard people talk about it. If your character is built better, it uses yours, right? And if you don't have them or they're not built, right, it'll use the trial one. It's very similar to Divergent Universe. I think they slightly mentioned this in the live stream, right? But it's so nice. I don't know what the rarity on this exactly means, right? I don't know if that'll be a huge factor, because some characters have a lower rarity. Like Cypher, extremely good character, is a like gray rarity. So I'll have to see if they have like hidden abilities that make them stronger, right? But every character is usable here. This is what I wanted to look. So you have 4 main characters, and then you have backup characters who will use kind of like abilities in a sense, right? So for example, we'll take Adventuring, right? Adventuring will use the normal Adventuring like skill, give you shield, ultimate, follow-up attack, whatnot. And someone like, let's say, Yanqing would do like a follow-up attack with his swords, but he wouldn't actually attack, right? So different characters will have different abilities. You can see there's sort of a, ironically enough, like an auto chess looking thing, which is funny because Hoyo is currently making an auto chess game, right? The more characters with more like similarities will be here, right? So if you have more characters from like the Stellar Hunters, you will get bonuses. I haven't seen at all what the bonuses are. That's going to be something we have to see in game. But obviously, if you have characters from like, you can literally see it right there how Topaz and Venturing get a bonus because they're both Stone Hearts, right? Or I guess IPC, whatever, right? There's a bunch of like follow attack ones, I'm pretty sure, because it was Moe's, everyone here, and then Topaz. Oh, and Robin also got one, so maybe that's like a follow-up attack one if they're supposed to be on a follow-up attack team, right? And then yeah, 10 in a brawl, you just see all the characters. It's so sick, right? So we have bonds, right? These are going to show all, not maybe all the bonds, but just a good selection of them. So this one is the end show. Summons Lightning Lord. When Lightning Lord takes action, it attacks all enemy targets. I do not know how many you have to have. If it's going to be like auto chess, then you don't have to actually have Jing Yun on the team for this, right? It's just have a certain amount. For example, I played the Pokemon auto chess a lot. It would be like if you have Charmander, Torchic, and like Cyndaquil on a team, you'll have 3. I don't know why I said 5. You'll have 3 fire types on the team, and then you'll get like an attack boost, and then you have 5, you get more, 7, you get like more abilities. So you don't have to have Jingyun himself. It's just a certain amount of Zien Show characters, right? Obviously he's included in that. I don't know how many you need, right? I know there's like, it was increments of like 3, 5, 7, 9. We can go back and look, right? 3, 2. This one's 1, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. Like, I think, isn't it not the Xiancho one 1 out of 3? So I guess there's that, right? So 1 to 3, and you get Lightning Lord. It would probably increase his attack damage, right? We have Wolf Hunt. Summons Borson to join combat. During combat, Borson can gain experience to level up, gradually evolve to different attacking forms, and provide various enhancement effects for allies. Oh, and you get Hule to attack? That's so sick. So, it's pretty much going to be the relevant characters during the whole Hule arc in the story, which is going to be, I don't remember what their ship was called, right? Fei Zhao, Mo's, and all them, but it's pretty much those three. Jinglu, who wasn't actually there but mentioned, and then like Ling Shi came out on time, and then these two were very important. It does suck that March isn't on here, at least the Swordmaster March. Maybe she's not a available character. That'd be weird. But I feel like she should be added to this. But maybe they don't show everyone, right? Oh, this is follow-up attack. Follow-up attack members can trigger unified attack after multiple consecutive actions, dealing true damage based on the cumulative follow-up damage follow-up of characters. Wow, that's actually sick. And then, yeah, it's pretty much the follow-up attack team, and then their variations, and then Cypher's also, well, I mean, Cypher's technically on it, right? But she's more of like the newer gen, right? When follow-up was like the crazy thing, it was like Mo's, Robin, Fei Zhao, Aventurine, Topaz. Like Ratio was like the one getting replaced, right? We have Blood Fame, which is pretty much the HP draining characters, right? And Bronya for some reason. Interesting. I don't know why Bronya is there. Maybe that's not an error. She's just like, they didn't know where to put her. I'm not too sure. That's weird. But it's pretty much the HP team, right? Skill point team should be pretty self-explanatory. Saridra is here for probably the same reason as Bronya. They didn't know where to put her for the initial ones. But yeah, looking 16 skill points and just like blah, 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 buffing them is so funny. We have Cosmic Scholar. You get the Cake Cats stuff, which is pretty much the Herd of Space Station characters. And then we have Stellaron Hunters. It says will assist, they get assists, right? And it says, for example, when Five comes to Star Hunter, after Star Hunter's attack a certain number of times, Five will immediately release her ultimate Supernova Overload, which is the new attack. I feel like they definitely need more characters. You know, if you add a certain character that's definitely a Stellaron Hunter, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, the bonds are pretty sick. I don't know if they should add this one to the main game, but I think it'd be very cool if they had more like bonuses, like kind of like how the MC has a new duo attack with Cyrene. That'd be kind of cool. I know certain gacha games aren't supposed to have this because if it's two characters behind a paywall, I don't know if you're allowed to do that. At least that's how I remember from like years ago, right? With a certain like Dragon Ball game with Fusion. I think it was like they had a summonable Trunks, and I think they had to give you a free Goten to be able to do it. So I'm not too sure how they can go about that, but that would be cool, right? But anyway, let's jump into the gameplay itself. So, like I said before, you have four characters right here, and then you have the 6 in the back that assist you, right? Depending on who you need and what you have, obviously it's going to change. We have to see the full abilities of everybody to see who's the best supporting characters and who are the best attacking characters. I will have a video on that in the future. Then we have active bonds, as we just talked about. When characters have a bond with somebody else, if you ever played an auto chess game, it'll be on the left. You get certain buffs like attack, more HP, healing, special effects, right? You can equip gear. Characters can also equip gear. Some gear not only provides stats, but also unique combat effects. Equipping suitable gear for your characters can greatly enhance their combat capabilities. So, considering I don't know what the hell is on the screen, I can't read any of that, right? I see 20% and 20%. Considering it's going on Acheron, I would imagine it would be something that could possibly give debuffs to the enemies to where Acheron would charge her ult faster. That was just the first thing that came to mind when they said that they have unique effects. Then we have face competitors. In each round of Currency Wars, the tribunal must face a different enemy and bosses across 3 planes. As the battle progresses, gather resources, build your team, and power up to ultimately defeat the bosses and claim victory. This is pretty much just like the hard fight, right? Then we have select strategies. In each round of Currency Wars, traders will encounter different investment environments and investment strategies. These strategies provide powerful boosts to your game. Select the right investment environment and strategy to claim an easy victory. So from the looks of this will kind of be like your buffs at the end of the stage. This will pretty much be like, oh, what team do you want to use, right? So obviously we don't know the full list of them, but in Divergent Universe, if you wanted to build a follow-up attack based team, there'd be buffs where if you do a follow-up attack, then you get this, or follow-up attacks do this, follow-up attacks, you know, boost your HP, or, you know, slow the enemy, your ultimate's a follow-up attack, stuff like that, right? So imagine it'd be kind of a similar thing. And then we go to system intro, right? The first season of Zero Sum Game will undergo multiple expansions. With each expansion update, new characters may join, some characters may be replaced, and bond composition effects may be adjusted. In future seasons, we plan to redefine character roles, on-field, off-field, bonds, empowerment costs, and adjust investment strategies to ensure each season presents its own unique gameplay style. I just realized I was on the last one of that one, right? You get recommended teams. This is a thing, Divergent Universe, right? There's different ranks. This is pretty much going to be how much you progress, right? There's Ascension level, which is, you know, if you've seen Divergent Universe, these two are going to look very familiar, right? Pretty much what is going to happen is every other week, this will reset. So it pretty much is going to be like an endgame reset modes where 1 week it's this, 1 week it's the other. So, you know, every week it'll be either this resetting or the other one will reset in Divergent Universe. So you're still getting the same weekly rewards. Technically, the rewards on this one are slightly better. If we go over here, this is the rewards that you get, and you can see them in here, right? Let me go ahead and close this so I can open up my game real quick. As you can see, these are the rewards for the Divergent Universe at the moment. And if we pull up this one right here, we can see that it's very similar. Now, it says it gives the same amount of jades, but on this picture it says 105. I imagine some things are wrong, or we can't see it because you would have to scroll, right? But it says that it's 180 or 18k, right? And the one in Starrel is 14k, so maybe there's a few more tiers to it, but it's pretty much the same rewards. But this one gives you fuel vouchers, and then the immerse fires that you full on skip it. So this one is obviously a bit better because of that. But if you are worried about not getting your Herda bonds or your jades or, you know, your relic XP, you're fine. You're still getting it, right? So overall, this is a pretty W update. Obviously, if you don't end up liking the game mode, that is going to be kind of rough for you, because it is not a requirement, but they encourage you to do it just like they encourage you to do Divergent Universe. But when this game comes out, I will be testing it a ton to give you guys the best teams to easily clear it. So don't forget to like and subscribe for that. And of course, I will catch y'all in the next one. Let me know what you think of Currency Wars in the comments as well, and if you're excited for the game mode or not.